Cousins Gymnasium here in Medford, Massachusetts. We have here on JumboCast lined up a little Massachusetts basketball action between the Tufts Jumbos of the NESCAC and the Bridgewater State Bears of the MASCAC. My name is Matthew Soderberg. I'm here along with Francis Simmons. Francis, what are the keys to the game we got here today?
Well, we have two teams, one with a 6-0 record and one with a 1-5 record, Tufts and Bridgewater State respectively. If you're Tufts here, the finals week is approaching. You want to make sure the intensity is there. Don't let the record fool you. Make sure you come out, do the little things. They've been doing the little things right so far this year. They're only averaging about 12 turnovers per game, just south of that, and have a plus 12 rebounding margin. So they're doing the little things right. They're shooting 80% from the free throw line, plus or minus this year. So, Coach Carl is really getting them to be disciplined, and they need to keep that discipline up as they're moving into finals week and make sure that the record doesn't fool them. And they also need to speed up the game. Bridgewater State's only scoring about 57 points a game. It's not their style of play to get up and run down the floor. Meanwhile, Tufts scored 110 points against Williams in their Invitational.
Yeah, and Brandeis, I believe. Yeah, the Williams Invitational.
And so the thing is that Tufts is going to score. And if you're Bridgewater State, defense. I mean, I can't preach that more. Like I said before, they're only scoring 57 points per game, whereas Tufts is scoring almost 90 points per game. So if you're going to have a chance in this game, you have to limit them to Tufts to one shot, box out, get big, and slow the ball down. Go deep into the shot clock, get good shots, and we could have a battle here. It has to be a low-scoring game for Bridgewater State in order to have a chance in this game. So they need to slow the ball down and look for Tufts, even if Coach Carla might put a little pressure in the beginning on Bridgewater State, just to speed up the tempo a little bit, see if they can handle it and kind of get the Jumbos juices flowing and speed up the pace of this game. If it's a fast-tempo game, it for sure should go in Tufts' favor. And BSU, if you're a BSU fan, slow the game down, limit Tufts to one shot, and see if you can go basket for basket as we stand for the national anthem here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cousins Gymnasium on the campus of Tufts University for tonight's non-conference game between the visiting Bridgewater State University Bears and the host Tufts University Jumbos. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Right, as we come back after the national anthem, I think you made a really good point there, Francis, about the pace of the game. We saw this a couple weeks ago against Skidmore when Tufts struggled early on because they couldn't play at their pace, and when they applied a little pressure, they were able to get back into their offense, back into their game, and become the high-scoring team they have been throughout this non-conference campaign. And as the starters get introduced here, what do we hear about Coach Carla being named?
Absolutely. This is the first time it's happened, but Coach Carla was named to the USA Basketball Development Coach of the Year. So that's her second time receiving this award. And talking about the discipline and how Tufts needs to be disciplined, how they're shooting 80% from the free throw line this year, limiting turnovers, and just doing the little things right, and that's why they've had success. That's all Coach Carla's doing, and she has a great staff. It's great to see Laura LD on the bench again. She played here, graduated last year, so it's great to see her on the bench. Great support staff, and the Tufts women's basketball program heading in a great direction. Obviously, doing really well this year, and doing the little things right. And that's what's been huge for them, and in addition to scoring.
Absolutely. Coach Carla, in her 17th season as the coach of the Tufts Jumbos, really becoming the women's basketball program here at Tufts.
Absolutely.
Lends a sense of legitimacy to the program every time they come out and play.
Absolutely. And the starting lineups finished getting announced here. Talk about my matchup for the game. I have number 44 for Tufts, Erica DeCandido, going up against number 15 from BSU, and her last name is Aguilar. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. She is a 5'8" center who is a senior, whereas Erica DeCandido is 5'11" and a junior. And if BSU is going to be successful, they're going to have to look low. They're going to have to swing the ball around and get good shots, good high percentage shots. They're only shooting 33% on the year. You're going to have to get the ball to the rim. And she's averaging about 10.5 rebounds per game. So she's going to have to play big for Bridgewater State, box out, get rebounds, and see if she can make up for the height disadvantage. She has 3 inches. She's 3 inches shorter than Erica. So should be an interesting matchup. Look for BSU to get the ball down low to her, and even Tufts to get the ball down low into Erica and let her do her thing. She is averaging 11.8 points on the season, which is second just behind Emily Briggs.
Absolutely, and I think Coach Carla will look to get both of her seniors in the starting lineup involved early, leading the way for their younger starters.
We're just about set for tip here. Final huddles.
Tufts sticking with the starting lineup that has worked for them so far in this dominating 6-0 start to this 2018-19 season.
Bridgewater State in the red uniforms with Bridgewater written across in white, and Tufts Jumbos in the white with light sky blue Tufts written across their home jerseys.
A good color combination, I'd say, for this Division III basketball game. Here's DeCandido. Will take the tip, and the ball will go to Bridgewater State. That's Olivia Del Grosso bringing it up, kicking it over to Sarah De Silva, who takes the ball at the top of the perimeter. She kicks out. That's almost stolen by Captain Jack Knapp of the Tufts Jumbos.
And this is where you set the tempo if you're Bridgewater State. Almost a turnover there already. You know, one of the things I said, limit turnovers if you want to slow the pace of this game down. And Tufts has come out very intensively on the defense, trying to get Bridgewater State to take quick shots and look for Bridgewater State to slow it down here.
De Silva out on the far side of the perimeter, looking for someone to help. There is Nicole Bostic at the top of the key, guarded by freshman Molly Ryan. And that's going to be a turnover on the Bridgewater State Bears. And Tufts will take over for their first possession of the game.
And that's just defensive intensity getting the best of the offensive player there. And look for Tufts to continue to do that. That's what's going to speed up the pace of this game.
Here comes Knapp. Passes over to DeCandido, looking to get involved. The freshman Molly Ryan at the top of the perimeter. She kicks over. That's Jack Knapp in the corner. Out to Ryan again. There's Harrington out in the perimeter. Looking inside, trying to get DeCandido involved. That's going to be a shot from Emily Briggs. Tufts leading scorer, and it will not fall. But Ryan is able to get the steal, and the ball remains on the Tufts Jumbos side. There's Knapp at the key. Looking inside to Briggs. Briggs looking to make a move, and she is unable to put that one in. Almost a second offensive rebound there. Aggressiveness from the Jumbos.
Absolutely, and we've already seen 2 turnovers in 1 minute for Bridgewater State. But going back to the last Tufts offensive possession before the steal, I really like what they did. Getting DeCandido involved early, getting into the low post. I know the shot was missed, but her feed to the high post was beautiful. And look for Tufts to continue to work down and then back out instead of vice versa.
Absolutely. Here's Bostic inside to Kayla Carter. Over to De Silva. De Silva trying to make something happen, but she is tied up. And there's going to be a call of a travel. And that's 2 quick turnovers.
That's actually the third if you count the steal on the defensive rebound there.
Definitely an aggressive defensive outlook here for the Jumbos.
Yeah. And this is how the Jumbos win this game. As it looks like Bridgewater State may go into a matchup 2-3. Correction, it's just a man-to-man.
There's DeCandido on the left side of your screen. Briggs looking at the foul line. Oh, back to DeCandido, who considers a shot, decides not to. That's out to Knapp, who's unable to get it to fall, but she gets her own rebound. She looks to the corner. There's freshman Molly Ryan, again unable to get it to fall.
And if you're Bridgewater State here, and I said it multiple times at the top of the broadcast, you have to box out as we see some pressure here from Tufts to try to speed up this game, like I said. But if you're going to have a chance in this game, you can only limit Tufts to 1 shot per possession, and we've already seen 2 offensive rebounds here. So
absolutely, definitely a strength of this Jumbo squad. Here's Carter bringing the ball up. She kicks it over to De Silva.
And not once yet has Bridgewater State looked inside. And that's partially good D there by Caitlin Harrington.
Definitely a bit of a miscommunication on the Bears side there as the ball rolls out of bounds, and Tufts will get the ball. Still a scoreless game here, 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Here's Knapp, considers a deep three, goes over to DeCandido. DeCandido looking to make her own move here. That's over to Harrington, back to Knapp. Knapp looking inside. DeCandido with an open look at the perimeter, and she knocks it down.
I know that went in, but that's not the shot the Jumbos want. DeCandido has 3 inches on her opponent, and they're not really feeding the ball to the block like they did at the beginning of the game. That's why they just took about 2 minutes and some change to score. Look for them to continue to get the ball down low to DeCandido and let her work in the post with that size advantage.
Absolutely. Here's De Silva looking for a three, and that will not fall. I don't think there's any contact, and that's going to go back to Tufts.
And that was a shot that you can get at any point in the shot clock, and she took it with 11 seconds left, only 19 seconds into the shot clock. You know, you can get that at any time. Move the ball around a little more and see if you can get a better shot off.
Absolutely. There's Ryan on the perimeter, out to DeCandido. Briggs inside, looking to make her own move, and she is able to get to the glass, can't get it to fall. DeCandido with the rebound, and a nice move inside, coming out strong, and the pressure will continue from Tufts.
And if you're Nicole Bostic, she has the ball here, you got to box out Kaylin there. She just watched the ball, and Kaylin snuck right in and grabbed that offensive rebound. Like I keep saying, if you're going to have a chance in this game, you have to box out.
Absolutely. Bridgewater looking to get their first points on the board. There's Olivia Del Grosso making a move, but she's unable to get it to fall, and Ryan comes down with the rebound. She'll bring the ball up the court, looking for DeCandido ahead of her. DeCandido goes cross-court to Knapp. Knapp looking inside to Briggs. Briggs has the ball. Again, looking to make her own move, and this time she's able to get it to fall.
And if you are a Bear there, I think what they're kind of talking about in this conversation is maybe fronting that post. The thing is Emily Briggs is tearing them up on the up and under move. If they can front the post and get help from the weak side, Tufts has shown that tonight they're not knocking down their threes. Look to front the post, or maybe even switch into a 2-3 and take care of the ball on the offensive end. Box out on defense, and you're in this game. It's only a 6-point game. Tufts is not necessarily making their shots either, so you have to make sure you're still closing out, not taking it for granted that they'll miss every shot.
Anything to help defense down in the post there, because we see a lot of Bears defenders out in the perimeter where they're not doing much besides watching the ball.
And I wouldn't mind seeing a 2-3 zone here out of Bridget Casey, the head coach for the Bears, or at least if you should front the post, have a backup in case the ball gets thrown over. And live with the corner three if that's the case, and make Tufts shoot you out of this game instead of getting easy layups at the basket. And if you're Tufts, feed down low, and they're starting to do that more and more. Like I said, they should be. But like I said, DeCandido has that size advantage, and take advantage of that.
Bridgewater with some substitutions here as Olivia Jajek enters the game for them, and number 24 as well. And Tufts is able to come up with another turnover. There's looking to Briggs ahead, and Briggs able to get an easy layup in transition.
And again, turnovers. They're going to lead to easy points. They're going to lead to fast breaks. This game's only going to work if you slow it down.
There's back to Jajek, and looking inside here. There's Carter to Jajek. Looking to make a move, and she's able to get it to fall. There's Bridgewater's first points.
Absolutely, and a nice attack to the basket. Nice little backdoor cut there.
Here's Knapp looking to get something going.
See, and if you're Aguilar there, she's fronting the post there, and that's exactly what she needs to do.
Absolutely. DeCandido looking for an inside pass, almost gets it lost, but they're able to kick it back out to Knapp. There's 13 seconds on the shot clock. DeCandido with a nice little jumper, unable to get it to fall. But again, Molly Ryan able to pull an offensive rebound. Back to Knapp inside, looking for a layup, and this one falls.
And again, you go to all that effort. You make Tufts take the whole shot clock. You're helping, you're sliding, you're fronting the post, you're working. And then no one boxes out. And that's the thing that must be so frustrating right now if you're a Bear fan. Boxing out and turnovers are what's keeping Tufts ahead here.
That's a great effort from Molly Ryan, the starting freshman, to try to pull a turnover. She's unable to get it to happen, but in comes some substitutions for Jumbos. And that includes Katie Martinson, the senior who has had some really strong games this year in this 6-0 campaign.
Also, Wadolowski checked in as well.
Wadolowski is in as well. Here's Bridgewater's trying to break the press, and they look like they get through it, but here comes from behind. That's Carter looking for a layup, unable to get it to fall. Here comes DeCandido leading the Tufts offense.
Pull it out.
Kicks it out. DeCandido again at the top of the perimeter here. She kicks it over to Knapp, her co-captain. Knapp looking across. That's Ryan to DeCandido. DeCandido inside. A nice little spin move.
And that's what I've been preaching the whole game. That's exactly what needs to happen. Work the ball around the outside. look for DeCandido down low and let her draw defenders either and take the little hook shot like she did there or kick it out and let Tufts get some open threes.
And that's almost a move for Bridgewater State there, but they're unable to communicate effectively and unable to get that.
And I think Erica knew that she touched that there. And laughing with the other Bridgewater State player.
And that's how the officiating goes sometimes. Here's Knapp, starting the Tufts offense, over to DeCandido. There's Wadalowski, the freshman, over to Martinson. Inside to DeCandido. Nice ball movement from the Tufts Jumbos.
And see, that's what getting it down low will do for you. Even Jackie Knapp maybe should have taken that shot in the corner, but good for her for being unselfish, getting the extra pass in, and good closeout by Bridgewater State. But that's what it'll get the ball moving. It'll make Tufts less static and lead to more points.
Tufts will inbound with a fresh 30, I guess, according to the shot clock here. There's DeCandido over to Ryan. Ryan looking to make something happen. She kicks it back out to Knapp. Knapp looking inside. DeCandido at the top of the foul line. She slips by her Bridgewater defender and is able to get a bucket.
And if you're the defender there, you gotta stay on your feet. I know she's hit one in this game, but you would much rather live with that shot than an easy uncontested layup off the jump fake.
And so far, exactly what could be expected from a 6-0 team taking on a 1-5 squad here in this interleague play. And in comes junior Sadie Otley, who had a great game against Skidmore a few weeks ago and is looking to continue to contribute off the bench here for the Jumbos.
And I think Sadie is the epitome of what Coach Carla wants. She does the little things. She dives on balls. She boxes out. She makes her free throws. And she just plays hard. And I think that she's been huge coming off the bench for Tufts.
She's known for her defense, and she's out on Bostic right now. DeCandido covers Bridgewater, and that's going to be a 3 from Danielle Archidiacono, unrelated to the Chicago Bulls player formerly of Villanova. There's Sadie Otley underneath, but she sees DeCandido, who's able to put in a nice little floater, and Tufts answers right back.
And great job by Erica there, making herself big. Sadie was about to get trapped. Sadie saw her coming down with her hands wide and found her for the easy bucket.
Yeah. Here's Bostic over to Aguiar. Aguiar at the foul line, looking to take advantage of the height she might have. That's out to Archidiacono. Archidiacono at the top of the perimeter, over to Jadic. Jadic with a little floater, and she's able to get the fall. A little offensive spark from her coming off the bench here for the Bears.
But you got to get back in transition, and that's where, and a good foul there saves the basket. But that's where, if you are Bridgewater State, you get a basket, and you might be able to get a little spark here on a little run, and then you don't get back and find your man in transition, and it leads to 2 easy free throws here.
A good look down for the Jumbos, and Wadalowski will take 2 free throws. Free throw shooting a strength of the Jumbos so far this campaign. And Wadalowski's able to get the first one in. Sophia Rosa checks in for the Jumbos, a freshman who has started to play a lot more minutes in the last few games and has really become a key contributor off the bench here for Carla. Coach Carla. Wadalowski will take her second free throw, and Tufts will look to expand that one. Is 10-point, 17-7 lead here with 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
And I like that Coach Carl is subbing in and out people and kind of getting the juices flowing. It keeps that intensity up, and that's how you're going to get a lead in this game.
Absolutely. Let's see. Here's Bridgewater looking to make something happen on offense, trying to jumpstart a stagnated offense.
There's Sadie.
Let's see. We have 2 Jadics on the floor right now, the sisters, twins, both freshmen. And Bridgewater looking to go across the key, but that is taken away by Jack Knapp, who has an easy road to the basket, and she will put in a layup, and that makes it 20-7 Jumbos.
And I just think part of the reason, too, is that Bridgewater State hasn't seen this sort of intensity yet this year, and Tufts has really come out and played hard, and that's what I said they would have to do.
Yeah.
And they're doing exactly that, as you see Jackie Knapp there, denying the ball.
Here's Rosa on out on one of the Jadic sisters, DeCandido controlling the inside of the paint, but that's Jadic with another deep shot for the Bears, and they are able to kind of stay in this game based solely on their deep shooting.
Absolutely. She's keeping them in this game. I think she has 7 of their 10 points.
Yeah. Wadalowski on the perimeter looking inside to Rosa, doesn't have her. There's Otley looking to see what she's got. She's out in the corner. There's Jack Knapp. Looking inside, Rosa able to pull off a difficult pass and is able to put an easy layup.
And Aguilar did front the post there, but if you're going to front the post, Bridgewater State has got to make sure that they have someone in help that can cover in case the ball gets through like it did just there.
Very little help defense for the Bears so far in this one. They go inside.
Got away with the travel there.
Leah Simmons looking to put one in. There's a little bit of an elbow thrown. But the game will continue, and here comes DeCandido seeing Knapp wide open at the post, and she's able to put in a layup. Just lazy defense right there.
Absolutely, and I don't think they're used to running this fast of a game. Like I said before, they're only scoring 57 points a game, and they're not slowing the tempo down. Tufts is on track for almost 100 points in this game with the 4 quarters. So, look for them to make adjustments at the end of this quarter and slow the ball down. Stop turning it over. I mean, that's been huge for them.
Another easy steal for Tufts, and Jack Knapp will put in more points. She has been a consistent contributor here in this first quarter. And that'll be another timeout to the Bridgewater State Bears. What do you think Bridget Casey's telling her team right now?
I mean, 100% stop turning the ball over. And I understand that people aren't used to seeing this kind of pressure yet this season. I mean, they're like deer in headlights out there. So, be calm, take good shots. You've shown that you can make shots against this team. You're only down by 16. There are 3 more quarters to play. But just slow the ball down. Stop turning it over is the biggest thing. And then on the defensive end, you're playing decent defense, actually. But the thing that's killing them is second chance points.
Absolutely.
And then the one little thing, if they're going to front that post, which I think she told them in the last timeout, if you're going to front that post, the person whose man is in the corner has to be in help defense.
And for the Bears, entering is number 20.
And we will return to action with a few substitutions on the Bridgewater side. Kayla Carter checks back in. And both Jodick sisters, I believe I'm pronouncing that definitely incorrectly, but the 2 freshman sisters from Wakefield, Massachusetts are in for the Bears, and they will inbound to each other. Hannah and Olivia. Jumbo's looking to keep up this pace, finish out with a strong last minute here in the first quarter as the ball comes down for the Bears. They will pick her up right at half court.
Coach Carla here taking off a little bit of that pressure with a 16-point lead, but still picking up a half court.
Absolutely. There's Archie Diacono seeing if she has a shot. She goes for a little hook shot, unable to get the fall. A pretty good look.
Yep.
There's Lily Bowling, who checked in for the Jumbos, bringing the ball up. She goes to Otley, who goes for a little jump shot off the backboard and in.
The bank is open.
The bank is open. It is certainly not a Sunday here, as the Jumbos all enjoy one of their last days of classes before reading period and finals.
Lily a little aggressive there.
And that foul will go against the Jumbos, and Bridgewater will inbound underneath the basket.
Tufts will stay in a man-to-man here. Sometimes when balls inbound underneath their own basket, they'll switch to a 2-3, not here. With 18 seconds left in the quarter, let's see if Bridgewater State opts for one shot.
Archie Diacono back to Carter. Carter looking for a shot, unable to get the fall. And there's Molly Ryan with the rebound, looking to push the ball up. And her pass is a little bit too aggressive. It'll go off Wadowski's hands, and it will go back to the Bears.
And that's just a freshman mistake there. There's 6.1 seconds left on the clock. I know you're looking to push it, but just slow it down, make a few passes, and see if you can milk a little bit of the clock and get a good shot off. Instead, Bridgewater State has a chance here. Little floater, rims out.
Off, unable to get it to fall. And that is the end of the first quarter here at Cousins Gymnasium. 28-10, Tufts Jumbos over the Bridgewater State Bears. Pretty, demonstrative of what the Tufts season has been so far. Early leads, quick play, and just fast break offense.
Well, absolutely. And going back to my keys of the game, I told Tufts to keep up the intensity. It's these almost final week games can be a little messy sometimes, and I think Coach Carla's done a good job of talking to her team, keeping them disciplined, and they're doing the little things right, and that's why they have this 28-10 lead here. And they've sped up the game. I mean, they're on track for over 100 points. Whereas if you're Bridgewater State, I said you got to slow the game down. You can't turn the ball over, and you have to box out. And to be honest with you, they haven't done any of those things. And I think that's why they fall behind 18 points after this first quarter. I will say there's hope. If you are starting to control the ball a little more, get some better shots off, they're making their shots.
Yeah.
The thing is they're just not getting shots because they're turning the ball over, and it's leading to easy, fast break points.
Absolutely.
But while we wait for this quarter to end, we'll take a break with the teams, and we'll be back for the second quarter action here in Cousins Gymnasium.
As we come back here for the second quarter of Jumbo's Bears basketball, Coach Carla Berube will opt to leave the same lineup in here for the Jumbos. It was working well with a couple freshmen there, Molly Ryan and Sophia Rosa, and some other key contributors like Lily Bolin.
I like the size of Sophia here. You know, getting the ball down low and giving Erica DeCandido a little break. Getting some size in there isn't the worst idea either. It's a good decision by Coach Carla and letting, you know, some of the younger kids play.
Absolutely. Ryan will lead the offense here. She'll go inside to Roses, outside the perimeter now. Over to Bolin, looking for a shot. Maybe doesn't want to take it. She drives right. She is almost able to get off, but they're going to call a travel. A couple extra steps in there. She was looking to get to the hoop.
And it looked like she was expecting someone to fill the gap in the corner, but there was no one there, and she kind of got stuck, and so she had to go up with something.
That goes to Maggie Hester for the Bears. There's Jodic looking for a shot, unable to get it to fall.
I know that didn't fall, but I love that shot. Came off the screen hard, knew she was going to shoot it. It was a great shot selection.
Oddly, with a nice pass inside to Rosa, who's wide open at the post, is able to put it in.
Again, that post was fronted. And the thing with Sophia is the height's there. It's like almost a 6-inch height advantage. So if you're going to front that post, you absolutely have to make sure that there's someone behind. And there hasn't been this whole game, and it's costing them. I wouldn't be surprised if I were Bridgewater State to switch into a 2-3 zone to see if they can make Tufts shoot them out of it instead of getting easy layups at the basket.
Absolutely. Here's Kayla Carter looking to start something for the Bears. She kicks over to Archie Diacono. The shot clock down to 4. She'll go off the backboard but will not fall. Here's Otley with the rebound, and she'll push quickly down the floor for the Jumbos. She sees Bolin inside with a nice pass, unable to get the layup to fall, but the rebound is picked up by Molly Ryan. There's Otley with the 3, wide open. Again, unable to get it to fall.
Again, Bridgewater State gave up an offensive rebound there, and they're going to want a chance to crawl back into this game. You have to limit turnovers, and you have to box out. And they're not doing either.
They're
right
lucky
now.
they're still in this game with the amount of shots Tufts has missed from the perimeter. Here's Otley on Jodic, and then on Archie Diacono, who takes up a 3. She made one earlier, but she can't get that one to fall. Wadalowski pulls down the rebound, doesn't have an outlet, but there she goes to Bolin. Ryan at the perimeter, looking inside to Otley.
Good pass.
Doesn't want to go up herself, but then she does, and it will not fall. Here's Bridgewater State coming back as the game slows down a bit. Here's Jadick at half court, guarded by Otley. Intensely as always. Bolin on Carter. There's Archie Diacono looking for another 3, and she gets this one to fall.
And they're getting good shots, and that's something that they didn't do in the first quarter, and I think that's why Coach Carla looks like she might be taking a timeout.
Little miscommunication with the refs and the coach there, but definitely a good look for Bridgewater State coming out there, at least in terms of shot selection and what they're putting up.
Absolutely, and it's a little miscommunication actually on the Jumbo's part. That's what Coach Carla is going over with Sadie Otley right now.
Absolutely, and
not closing out on shooters. That's the 3rd time that they haven't gotten over that screen, haven't at least hedged it to get a hand in the face as Angela Alabrandi's checked in now.
Yeah, sophomores Briggs and Harrington are in for the Jumbos, as well as Alabrandi, who doesn't get a ton of playing time, is definitely trying to become a key contributor to this team. Briggs looks inside to Alabrandi, but she can't hold on to it, and that ball is going to actually stay with the Jumbos as it rolled off Kayla Carter's hands.
Absolutely, and that's just coming in the game, you know, not having played in the first quarter, 2 minutes into the second quarter, not being in the game yet. Just a little first play jitters.
Yeah, she'll shake it off.
But she's making herself big here, and I really like how she's using her size advantage, going up the basket there, and
a great play on the post there for Alabrandi.
And she's bigger. I mean, and she's going to be able to post up anyone on this Bridgewater State team as Aguilar is set back to check back into this game with Alabrandi's size.
Yeah. Here's Olivia Jodick over to Maggie Hester, back to Jodick. Jodick looking for a 3. Deep shooting, a big thing for the Bears here as they cannot get the ball inside. Molly Ryan will grab the rebound and set up the Tufts offense. She looks over to Harrington. Harrington with a deep 2 is able to get it to fall, and that'll make it 34-13 Jumbos.
That's good transition there, and that's what Tufts, you want to keep going. Don't let your foot off the gas pedal. Keep it on the gas pedal and run the score up.
Here's Hester at the foul line looking for something, anything. They'll go to Jodick. Jodick inside, unable to put one in the hoop, but she goes aggressively to the glass and is able to get a foul called.
And that was a little bit of Angela kind of following the player there instead of sliding to a spot.
Yeah.
You're kind of coming, and you know that she's trying to take that angle to the basket. Slide in and take the charge instead of trying to follow her around. And I think that's what Coach Carlo was saying there.
Absolutely, definitely just a question of momentum there as the two players were sort of going to collide. And here comes DeCandido. She will take out Wadalowski Coach Carla opting to keep Ryan in the game as her game manager. And Jodic will take her second free throw here.
And we've seen DeCandido more this year than we did last year play the guard position. She's starting to play a little more guard than she did last year.
Absolutely. Here's Briggs looking to get the ball across the court. A little pressure here from the Bears. There's Briggs, almost takes a three, wants to go inside instead. She'll kick it over to Alibrandi, and that ball will roll off the Bears. Jumbos will inbound from under the hoop.
And if you're Alibrandi here, you're bigger than everyone else. Just make sure you catch the ball. I think she's getting a little happy and trying to move before she absolutely catches the ball. Just make sure you get your hands on it before you start trying to go to the basket.
That's kicked out to DeCandido, and then Briggs at the foul line, and they're going to call a travel. I guess she kind of slipped when she grabbed that pass. And the Bears will take over.
I will say I've seen a few different calls from the Jumbo, a few non-calls from the Jumbos that looked more like a travel than that one.
I will wholeheartedly agree, but we will say no more as Bridgewater State looks to set up their offense here with some new subs and some returning starters. That Jodic three will not fall, and Ryan will again grab the rebound. Definitely a defensive rebounding force here in this one so far. Not letting her height be an issue. She goes all the way herself, almost able to put in a layup, but can't get it to fall. She went a little too far into the hoop.
Absolutely. Got away with the carry there as well.
Yeah. Here's Del Grosso on the baseline. She'll kick it back out. And that is Sarah De Silva, the senior from Chelmsford, Mass, able to put one in for the Bears, their first score in a bit.
I know that was a basket there, but Angela did exactly what I asked her to do the last time. Got to a spot and was there and ready to take the charge, actually. She shoots a corner jump shot here, no good, as Bridgewater State almost pulls down the rebound instead. They will keep the ball. But Angela got there, got to the spot, and it was just a nice jump stop and a little floater that got it up over the outstretched hands of Alibrandi. But good play there, and I'm happy with that one.
I'm liking the way that Alibrandi has come into this game ready to be an offensive force from the beginning. Not questioning whether she has playing time. She's there to play for the Jumbos and help them win. A couple substitutions here for Tufts. Sophia Rosa in the game with Alibrandi, DeCandido, Knapp, and Harrington. And there's De Silva over to Del Grosso. Del Grosso at the foul line looking for a shot, doesn't get it to go. And that was Maggie Hester with the missed deep two. There's DeCandido with the ball.
Great box out there by Erica. That's a travel.
Couple unlucky calls there for the Jumbos as DeCandido wasn't able to fully stop when she pulled up.
I absolutely love this timeout, too, by Coach Carla. You're a little out of sync as a team, the Jumbos are. I think that Erica DeCandido thought Angela was going to a certain spot, and she ended up going to a different spot. And that's what happens when, you have someone who doesn't play a lot of minutes playing with someone who you just don't play together a lot. You play together maybe in practice, but, when you get into a real game, you don't know necessarily where other people are going. Nothing that Angela did wrong, nothing that Erica did wrong, just a little bit of miscommunication. So they're taking time out, letting them talk it through themselves, and just kind of getting back into sync.
Definitely interesting to see the split here in the second quarter as Tufts leads 9-7 in points coming in the second period. Something that Coach Carla definitely doesn't want her team to let up the gas at all. Here's De Silva, picked up her dribble. They'll go over to Hester. Hester will kick it to Del Grosso. Del Grosso back to De Silva. Shot clock down to 15. De Silva dribbling around, but she looks inside, and she's able to get Kaylin Aguiar for a close little shot, unable to get the fall, and it will go back to Tufts here.
And great minutes there by Angela Alibrandi. She was big. She got down low. She posted up, and she's learning as she plays too. And that's what happens when you get minutes. And that's why, every minute you get, you want to make sure you make the best of it. She certainly did.
Absolutely. Here's Knapp with a great pass to DeCandido, who finds herself right under the hoop and able to put in a quick layup. Almost surprised by her great positioning right there.
Absolutely. And I think she was trying to pass it, and someone jumped in front of the passing lane. And she was like, oh, I'm open. I might as well shoot the shot.
Here is De Silva over to Del Grosso. Del Grosso with a nice little jump shot, unable to get the fall. And Martinson pulls down the rebound, definitely using her height to her advantage there in the paint. Knapp almost takes it all the way herself, but she'll dribble it back out and try to set something more up. She kicks it down to DeCandido, who goes inside to Martinson, but but that rebound is pulled down by Harrington. Will kick it back out to Martinson. Martinson able to get the short jumper to fall.
Absolutely, and again, another offensive rebound.
Just the story for the Tufts Jumbos here tonight as De Silva brings the ball up to the perimeter, guarded by Knapp.
And the matchup that I was talking about, Aguilar versus Erica DeCandido. DeCandido's that shot's up and is no good. DeCandido already has 12 points, whereas Aguilar has 0. So good job to the Tufts Jumbos. I think Angela Alibrandi had a lot to do with that as well.
Absolutely.
Keeping her to 0 points, and I think that's partially why they have this 21-point lead here.
Harrington puts up the 3, unable to get it to fall. That's tipped by the Bears, but it'll go back to Sophia Rosa in the post. Great little ball movement off the loose ball there. And that ball will go to Bridgewater State Bears. Seems like there may be some sort of infraction called by the refs here. I'm not quite sure what that was.
Maybe a delay of game penalty. It looks like it went against number 30.
Yeah.
But there was no number 30 on the floor for either team, so.
So a great mystery of Division III basketball right there.
I'm pretty sure it was a delay of game.
Yeah. They should mic up these refs, I'd say. But here is Jadek. That's Hannah Jadek over to De Silva. De Silva back to Jadek. Looking down low. There's Nicole Bostic back in the game looking for a deep shot. She gets it to fall. That's a 3. And that will put the score at 40-20. Jumbos over Bears. Knapp just weaving through the defense of the Bears.
That's just way too easy. Jackie Knapp just literally weaved through all 5 members of Bridgewater State there. Someone has to step up and stop ball. I mean, that's one of the first things that you're taught, even in like 2nd or 3rd grade. To get there as this shot from the corner is up, no good, but rebound is chased down by Bridgewater State.
Seems that every time the Bears are able to put something in, Tufts responds in measure, but that is another 3 from Nicole Bostic. Couple quick shots here for the Bears. We'll see if Tufts comes back.
And I get if you're Bridgewater State here, you're down by 19, if I did my math correctly, as this 3 is up by Jackie Knapp. No good. Aguilar comes down with the rebound possession arrow, favors Bridgewater State. But what I was getting at is you don't want to press. I know you're down by 19 and trying to speed the game up a little bit, trying to force turnovers, but that's when you see Jackie Knapp weave through your whole defense. Your game is the half-court game. Stick to it and chip away, box out, limit turnovers, and you can get back into this game. It's 19 points.
Absolutely. It's certainly not over here as we near the last 2 minutes of this first half. Olivia Jodek will bring the ball down. She'll kick it over to Bostic at the perimeter, guarded tightly by Otley. Bostic looking for another 3. She's on fire, but she can't get that one to fall.
And that's why you box out there. Assume the rebound's going to fall in her hands. They both kind of just stood there, Sophia and Aguilar, and luckily for Aguilar, she got the rebound, but no one boxed out.
Bostic again at the perimeter. Again, guarded closely. She'll kick it out to De Silva on the far side of your screen. De Silva looking at 11 seconds on the shot clock, and she'll put up a deep shot. I'm going to get the fall.
And much better that time by Sophia Rosa there. Got a body on Aguilar and boxed her out as that's tipped.
Ooh. Almost a pretty spectacular play from Jeanette Lenilowski, but eventually physics are going to take over, and you can't do anything about that one.
Absolutely. And, you know, I said at the top of the broadcast, intensity and doing the little things right for the Jumbos. They're starting to fall apart a little bit here towards the end of this second quarter. That's why how Bridgewater State has been able to chip into this lead a little bit or keep it at 19 points.
They've continued to dominate the transitional game, but their half-court offense and defense have not been as strong here in the last 5 or 6 minutes of this second quarter. Going to get a foul called offensively. I think that's going to go against Olivia Jodek. And the Jumbos will take over with 1:17 left in the second quarter.
So it looks like a little moving screen there potentially. Not something that's typically called in a 19-point game, but nonetheless it is called.
I'd like to see, officiating being taken very seriously here. There's Oddly back to the perimeter. Over there's Martinson in the corner. She kicks it back to Oddly cross court. Sees what she has, looking ahead, but that ball is going to be whipped away by Bridgewater State.
That's a foul.
And Bears are going to come in with the ball. Here's Bostic leading the attack, but they'll set up their half-court offense with 50 seconds left, 21 on the shot clock. That goes over to Jodek. She kicks it across to De Silva. De Silva will travel again. Tightly called travels here. Don't take too many steps here in Cousins Gymnasium tonight.
Absolutely. And something when Bridgewater State was hitting some baskets there. They were setting a lot of screens, setting low screens, setting on-ball screens, kind of setting screens all over the court. They've kind of moved away from that here, and that's why their offense has been a little stagnant. You know, make sure that you're moving and you're setting screens and you're always a participant even if you don't have the ball.
Tufts maybe will look for a little 2-for-1 here. Wadolowski going left. A nice little jumper, unable to get the fall, but Rosa comes up with the board, and though she can't get her shot in, she will go to the line for 2 with 29.6 seconds left here.
And that was good help defense there by Bridgewater State, but no one came over and put a body on Rosa, and easy basket.
Help defense begets help defense, and you gotta carry it through. Rosa knocks down her first shot. Strong free throwing again here tonight from the Jumbos.
I want to say they're 100%.
I don't believe I've seen them miss. And Rosa will take her second shot, the freshman.
Another free throw good there.
Here is Bridgewater State looking to make the most of this last possession. The shot clock is turned off. Here's Jodic. She'll bring it back out to the perimeter, but she is guarded tightly by Wadolowski. Moving up to half court, moving out to half court. There's 16 seconds left. Jodic has had the ball the entire possession.
This is the identity of the Tufts defense. Tight, in-your-face denial, and on-ball pressure and defense.
Absolutely. That's almost taken away by Knapp, and it might be grabbed here. There's going to be a jump ball we see in that.
And the possession arrow should favor the Jumbos. There's something on the actual possession arrow.
Definitely.
Jump ball.
There's a bit of miscommunication on the scoreboard, but we'll see the Jumbos take over with 2 seconds left, about 3/4 of the way down the court.
It's definitely Jumbo's basketball.
Definitely. No NBA rules. I don't think you can call a timeout and advance the ball here. But seems to be some sort of miscommunication with the ref, but she clarifies that with the scoring.
It is interesting they don't have a sideline play that they're trying to run here. I think they're just going to concede the basket and get the ball in.
I think you are right. There, Wadolowski looks deep, actually. She looks to Rose at the foul line, but that will not be any time. And the half will run out.
And I don't mind that there if you're the inbounder. You know, throw the ball towards your basket. There's 2 seconds left. As soon as someone touches it, the clock starts running. And if they hit a half-court shot, they hit a half-court shot.
If you have 21 points, have fun with it. You know?
Absolutely. And so, the moral of the story of this half is kind of just, if you're Bridgewater State, you got to limit turnovers, you got to box out, and you got to, keep moving. There's stretches where they've shown that they can play with this Jumbo team. They're setting screens, they're moving well, and they're hitting shots. But there are other stretches where they've had 3, 4, 5 straight possessions where they're turning the ball over and it's led to easy fast break points. And that's something that they have to limit. Slows the pace of the game down, chip away at the score, get back in the game. But if you're Tufts, keep doing the little things right. You're 4 from the free throw line, you're diving the ball, you're keeping the defensive pressure up. Coach Carl is getting everyone kind of involved in the game, fresh bodies out there, and that's keeping up this defensive intensity. And if Tufts keeps that up, they're going to be looking good for the rest of this game. But we're going to take a break here at halftime, and we'll be back for the start of the third quarter shortly.
right, welcome back to Cousins Gymnasium here in Medford, Massachusetts. I'm Matthew Soderberg, again along with Francis Simmons. We are back with a little NESCAC second half action here. The Tufts Jumbos lead the Bridgewater State Bears by a score of 44-23. Bridgewater definitely looking to get back into this. What do you think the keys to the second half here are, Francis?
Well, and I said this at the end of the first half, but just kind of slowing the ball down. I know you're down by 21 at this point, but and you have to pick up the pace a little bit, but that's not your style of play. Trust in your style of play, get good shots, move the ball around, set screens, and just chip away at the lead. You're not going to get it one possession, even 2 possessions, 3 possessions, but kind of set goals for yourself, you know. 10-point game with 10 minutes at the end of the third quarter, and see if you can chip away at this lead in the fourth quarter. And if you're Tufts, just keep doing the little things right. There are some spotty points in that second half where there seemed to be miscommunication a little bit, some turnovers, some unnecessary passes, some easy layups, miscommunications on the defensive end. So just play your game. I know Coach Carlo had probably preached at halftime about taking care of the ball, making good decisions with the ball, and just playing the Tufts brand of basketball that they have grown to kind of embody.
Absolutely. Definitely the name of the game for Bridgewater is consistency here, as they will start with the ball here to open up the second half. De Silva will inbound to Jodic. Excuse me, she'll actually go to Bostic at the perimeter, and the ball will go back to De Silva at the top of the perimeter, looking to get the second half started in a good way for these Bears. There's Jodic, guarded by Knapp. Crosses her over, goes right, looking for a layup, and they're going to get a foul call, a little bit of a late call, but definitely some physical contact down there in the post. And Jodic will go to the line for the Bears.
Absolutely, and she got away with a little bit of a charge there. She extended her arm, and usually when you have that arm bar and you extend it, you're going to get an offensive foul the whole time.
Absolutely, definitely an aggressive outlook there for the Bears on their first offensive position. She's unable to get her first free throw to fall, but you'll have one more here, 15 seconds into this third quarter.
And I know the scoreboard has to be wrong. It says that's the 5th foul on Briggs.
It would be pretty impressive if she locked that up that quickly. I don't believe that is correct. Here is Harrington looking inside. She'll go to DeCandido at the top of the perimeter, kind of an open lane there. There's Briggs down low. She'll make her own move, and she'll go left, and she's able to knock it in.
It's a beautiful move right there. Just a little jump fake. The defender standing a little bit, blows right by her. Good little floater in the paint there.
Here's Olivia Jodic, guarded by Knapp for the Jumbos. And that ball is almost taken away by Molly Ryan, but it will stay with the Bears after a bit of a mix-up. De Silva will inbound for Bridgewater State.
And something that went a little unnoticed in the first half, I just realized that Sophia Rosa has 8 points.
Definitely a strong outlook there from the freshman, a big presence down in the post. Here's Jodic looking inside to Aguiar. Doesn't have anything, tries to cross up Knapp, doesn't have anything going there. There's Bostic. Bridgewater can't get the ball inside, it seems, but there's De Silva making her own move. She gets to the hoop, but is unable to get it to fall, and Ryan will push this Jumbo's offense down the floor. DeCandido to Briggs. A nice little jump shot. Can't get the fall, but in comes Knapp. Again, an open lane for these Tufts rebounders. Briggs for deep 2. She's able to get the fall.
Absolutely. And everyone's just, if you're Bridgewater State, everyone's just looking up at the basket. No one's finding a man, boxing her out. Instead, they're just watching for the rebound. This Tufts team is scrappy. They're going to go in. They're going to attack the basket. They're going to grab rebounds, as it looks like an illegal screen. Another illegal screen is called there. It's going to be on number 13 for the Bears, and that's going to be Fitzgerald, a sophomore out of Medford, Mass. It's her homecoming.
Absolutely. Definitely not what Coach Bridget Casey of these Bears wanted to see coming out in this second half. Here's Knapp, guarded by Jodic. She'll go over to DeCandido, and moving toward the far side of your screen. She makes a move to her left, and they're going to get a foul. I'm not sure if that's on the shot yet, but it's looking like she will go to the line for 2 here.
And as we have a little break here, so the 2 bigs that have gotten the most minutes for the Jumbos, Sophia Rosa and Erica DeCandido, have combined for 20 points of the Jumbos' 48. As I'll take a break here, as Erica DeCandido makes her first shot. They have combined for 9 of 10 from the field, so they're shooting 90% as a duo.
An efficient front court for these Jumbos. DeCandido able to knock down her free throws. The celebration comes from the Jumbo's bench. Definitely well rehearsed on that front. And here's Jodic coming back for Bridgewater State. Tufts looking to keep up their intensity on defense. Harrington out on Bostic. Bostic looking inside, doesn't seem to have anything going. A couple screens down low, but she'll go outside to De Silva. De Silva looking to get it to Aguiar, but she can't. There's De Silva on her own. Shot clock down to 8. She just turns around and eventually finds the hoop, unable to get the shot to fall.
As this ball's advanced to Jackie Knapp. Easy layup there. But Molly Ryan on the defensive end is just so active. I mean, she's really stepped up and replaced, as a freshman, replaced Lauren Dillon, who is actually sitting on the Jumbo's bench, as I mentioned earlier, as a coach. But Lauren Dillon really last year was that defensive, feisty, hands-in-your-face kind of defender last year, as an elbow's thrown there. Instead, the foul will go against Briggs. But both Ryan and really Jackie Knapp have stepped up with those defensive, kind of feisty rugrats, and is really showing in this game. And that's why part of the reason that Tufts has such a huge lead.
Absolutely, definitely good energy here as Fitzgerald will take her first free throw. Again, as you mentioned, she is a Medford High School graduate back here in her hometown, but a Bridgewater State player at that. And a couple substitutions there. Archidiacono comes in for the Bears, taking out Bostic. Fitzgerald misses her second free throw, and the Jumbos will look to capitalize quickly. Molly Ryan with a leap to grab that pass, unable to get her layup to fall, but Briggs pulls down the rebound, although that will go to Fitzgerald.
And again, no one stopped ball there, and that's the second time that's happened in about the past 3 or 4 possessions. If you're Bridgewater State, you have to get back and find ball and pick up matchups.
Absolutely. There's Fitzgerald playing strong on the baseline. Unable to get her to fall, but a good look for the Bears. She'll go cross court to De Silva. De Silva decides not to shoot. She has her dribble. There's 22 seconds on the shot clock, but that ball goes to the ground, and we're going to see a jump ball here as a few Tufts players jump.
And who but Molly Ryan to get her hand in on that ball, and then Jackie Knapp, and looks like Kaylin diving on that ball there, and just it shows the overall effort here by the Jumbos. I mean, you're up by almost 30, and your 3 players are diving on the floor. Meanwhile, Bridgewater is standing up and not getting down for that loose ball. So I think that just shows you the what Coach Carla ingrains in her players, and that's why she has been so successful as a coach.
That's what she wants to see now from these Jumbos here in their non-conference play. Definitely a little easier schedule in the beginning of the season, but when they get to the NESCAC, he's going to want them to bring that same energy and be ready for him.
And that's what I've been trying to get Bridgewater State to do the whole game. Nice front there by, I think that was Sophia. Then Erica sliding over to get the help defense being strong. And the guard from the top sliding down to the block to prevent that backdoor cut pass. Beautiful defense there by the Jumbos.
Absolutely. Just a moment of silence falls over Cousins Gymnasium before this inbound. But we'll get back to some action right here. De Silva looking to inbound, looking for Aguiar, doesn't have her. Goes deep to Fitzgerald at the top of the key. Looking down low, there's De Silva for 3, and she gets it to fall.
And that's just good ball movement there by Bridgewater State. De Silva stepped into the ball well, knew she was going to shoot it, was in rhythm, and beautiful shot within the offense. And that's what Bridgewater State needs more of if they're going to crawl back into this game.
And you see Coach Carla Brube on the bench, not happy with the deep looks that her team is giving up to these Bears. Sophia Rosa down low, looking to make her own move. She gets stuffed by Fitzgerald, but I think the contact from Aguiar or Fitzgerald down low is going to get the foul.
Absolutely, and he called it body, but as soon as, if you're Fitzgerald there, if you keep your hands straight up and you just move your feet and you stay big and you don't impede space, you're not going to get called for that foul. But as soon as your hands fall down, you know, it's what refs look for. They look for your hands.
Absolutely. You don't want to give them anything they can use to blow that whistle. Here's Rosa knocks down her first free throw. Again, Tufts dominant from the charity stripe here in this one.
Substitution for the Bears, returning is number 20, Caleb Carter.
That's Carter back in the game, a starter for these Bears, a junior from Beverly, Mass, who scores on average 9.3 points a game. Rosa misses her second free throw, but again, just lazy rebounding from the Bears. And Knapp is able to get a shot off there.
And the first free throw missed by the Jumbos was all Coach Carla just coming up with a play. Okay, miss this free throw so we can get the rebound and get it 2 points instead of 1.
Absolutely, that was the thought. Definitely some good foresight there.
As the Jumbos all surround the ball again and are on the ground, and they will get the ball back because of it.
This time it will go to the Jumbos here as DeCandida will inbound to her co-captain Knapp. And they will look to continue their strong showing here in the third quarter. DeCandida on the top of the perimeter. She goes to Wadalowski. Wadalowski inside. A nice little jumper. She's able to get the fall from short.
And Tufts will keep the pressure up here, which is a little surprising if you're trying to slow down the game with a 30-point lead that you want to, pick up the pressure. But, working on some things, Coach Carla is probably trying to work a different press and kind of get some people who aren't used to pressing.
Definitely. Trying to play their own game at all times. Here's Jodic. Back out to Carter for a short jumper on the baseline. She knocks it down.
And again, that was step 2 in rhythm within the offense, but then no one got back. And a foul there.
Good hustle there from Carter. She seems to crash into the wall. I think she'll be all right as she stands back up. And Rosa will go get the line again.
And I really liked what I've seen out of Rosa. I mean, the Rosa DeCandido kind of 1-2 punch has been huge in this game.
Rosa, the 6'2" freshman out of Sudbury, Mass., Lincoln Sudbury High School. She knocks down her first free throw, and a different celebration this time from the Jumbo bench. Definitely excited to get themselves involved in this, 30-point lead. Rosa hits again, and the story continues for the Jumbos, capitalizing on the fouls by these Bears in this one. Here's De Silva, back to Jodic, who will lead the offense as they set it up in the half court. She passes to Aguiar, who had no idea it was coming. And that ball is going to go out of bounds, right back to the Jumbos.
But if you're a Jumbos fan, you really like to see what's coming out of Rosa here. Melissa Baptista graduated last year, and the Baptista-Erica DeCandido 1-2 punch was so successful last year and was a source of a lot of points and a lot of protecting the rim. You have to love what you're seeing out of Rosa here, as that one gets the roll. And just as I was talking about DeCandido, she of course scores for me. But just between the two, I really like what I'm seeing. And I think they're really starting to play well together and starting to become in sync. And I wouldn't be surprised if Rosa makes her way into the starting lineup, knowing that DeCandido can play the guard or the forward position. I like the two together.
A key two-woman game, definitely on the glass and in the paint for these Jumbos. There's DeCandido looking to make her three-point play complete, and she does. A couple of three-point plays, one unconventional for the Jumbos here early in this third quarter. Aguiar to Archie Diacono, I believe, who will bring the ball up for the Bears. Looking to jumpstart some sort of offensive momentum here. There's Jodic, the other sister, but she passes it into traffic, which is going to be controlled by Archie Diacono in the long run. A bit of a mess there at half court. Shot clock is at 9. Something's going to have to happen quick here for the Bears. Del Grosso not able to get to the fall, stuffed by the combination of Martinson and Ryan comes away with the ball. Ryan looking right at the hoop. And there will be a foul called on the Bears in transition.
And as she assumingly will take 2 shots here, Lily Parro set to check in for her first minutes of the night. Coach Carla trying to get some fresh bodies in, get some people who usually don't get as many minutes here. Wouldn't be surprised to see Katie Butler come off the bench in a few minutes here.
Absolutely, definitely an opportunity for the Jumbos here with this streak of winning by 60 points or so to get people that wouldn't normally get minutes in and ready to go for when games get more competitive.
Absolutely, and Erin, who will presumably come off the bench as well in a few minutes.
Yeah.
She was in good shape last year to make a huge contribution to this team. Then she had some health issues with her knee and kind of set her back a little bit. And now she sees limited minutes as a sophomore here.
Definitely looking to become more of a contributor here as the games go on in this season. There is, let's see, that's Del Grosso up to Archie Diacono. Archie Diacono goes to her right, maybe a little floater from the side, not able to knock the hook shot down. There's Oddly looking ahead. She sees Rosa, but it's a little bit too aggressive. That ball is going to roll out of bounds. I like the thought, though.
Absolutely, and the thing is, keep pushing, and we're mixing in. The Jumbos are mixing in different players that usually don't play together. Mm-hmm. So you're trying to work that chemistry, and I like what she's doing there. Keep your foot on the gas and work together, and you're learning as you're playing, especially in these sorts of games when you're up by nearly 35.
Parro on defense looking to make the most of their minutes here as the other Jodic will look inside to Carter for Bridgewater State, but that ball is going to get lost on the ground. Comes with Aguiar, back out to Del Grosso. Del Grosso back to Aguiar. Aguiar sees a hole to her left, but she chucks it out the backboard, and that's not going to fall for Bridgewater State trying to beat the shot clock. Here's Oddly at the top of the perimeter looking to see what she's got. They're inside to Rosa, but that is almost taken away, but goes right back to Rosa. And look at that. There's Jeanette Wadalowski wide open for the 2.
Absolutely. Coach Carlo loves it on the bench. Good hustle there to tap the ball into the post, and good find. And it looks like it will be a full timeout called here by the Bears.
And that was that shot got a little smile from Tufts president Tony Monaco, who has made an appearance across your screen on the bleachers. Definitely enjoying this win, this presumed win, I should say, and the dominance of this Tufts women.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of basketball, though. You never know what can happen. Happens all the time. So we'll be back after this timeout with 3:11 left in the third quarter. 65-29 lead for the Tufts Jumbos.
All right, and we were back for the last 3 minutes here of this third quarter. Tufts has come out strong here, scoring 21 points so far in this quarter, solidifying their lead over the Bridgewater State Bears, who will start the quarter with possession.
Absolutely, and for the rest of the quarter, the Jumbos will be shooting 2 free throws. As with the quarter system, 5 team fouls leads to the bonus. 2 free throws. There's no 1-on-1.
Unfortunately, they eliminated the promotion where if they missed 2 free throws, everyone would get a free Hodge swipe. But still looking to lock down defensively here for the Jumbos as Jodic stands at the perimeter. She'll go out to Del Grosso, guarded tightly by Paro. Kicks it out. That's going to be Leah Simmons, who's able to eventually get it to fall there for the Bears.
And that was good help defense there by the Jumbos. Just a good shot, got a lucky roll.
Great ball movement inside by the Jumbos down there, but they get tied up there by Kayla Carter, and they will have to inbound from underneath the basket.
And I was surprised this ref didn't change that call. It was blatantly from up here off of Lily Bolin, but goes the Jumbo's way.
Seems like there might be some maybe miscommunication about where the ball will go, although the Jumbos are set up to inbound. Seemed like there
also
might be a
did it hit
clock.
the rim?
Perhaps the resetting of the shot clock.
Yep, it definitely did not hit the rim.
Yeah. So they will go to the scorer's table to try to sort that out while the players wait to return to action here. Seems like Coach Bridget Casey of Bridgewater State has a qualm with
And 20 seems to be a little bit of an arbitrary number. Obviously, D3 basketball does not have review.
Unfortunately, our JumboCast cameras are not advanced enough to get you that slow-mo angle you really need right now. But here's Otley. She'll inbound to Paro. Looking inside, that's Martinson. She's got 2 Jumbos on her, and that's going to be a travel again. No extra steps for anyone here today.
Absolutely, and she was just, I saw the double team coming, and she went right into the face of the double team. Credit Bridgewater State for getting there and just, unexpected. And I caught her by surprise, and she traveled a little bit there.
Absolutely. Here's Archie Diacono. Looking to spin around, and he's going to call a bit of a shove there on the Jumbos there.
Like a hand check.
Yeah.
Tufts fouls on number 12, Sadie Otley. It's her first, team third.
Oddly a defensive powerhouse. Definitely comes out aggressive. Usually did not get called for the foul, but there she is, and the Bears will inbound from the far sideline on your screens. Here's Del Grosso over to Jodic. Looking cross court, there's Archie Diacono. See what she's got. She goes to Simmons. Simmons looking for a deep shot, doesn't take it. Archie Diacono goes for the real deep 3, but she's able to knock it down. Definitely a deep threat here in this game. Has kept the Bears competitive.
And Aaron has actually checked into the game. Number 21 here has the ball on the near sideline. Nice little jab step there, floater. Couldn't get it to go, and the rebound goes to Bridgewater State.
Nice to see someone just checking in, come out aggressive, be ready to be part of this offense.
Absolutely, and she has talent, and she doesn't get a lot of minutes. And like I said before, that injury kind of set her back. But when she has the ball in her hand, she can do damage, and she's a great defender as well.
Absolutely. That ball is inside to Carter. She'll look for Simmons down low on the baseline, but she's too low. Archidiakono says, why not another one? And she gets it. Coach Carla Berube throws her hands up in almost desperation to say, what can we really do about that one?
Well, absolutely. That was almost from Somerville there.
Absolutely. Nice save there by Martinson. She'll get a deep three.
And you love to see Lily Paro hit that shot. And it looks like a full timeout will go to be charged to the Jumbos. It will indeed, and you love to see Lily Paro hit that shot. As we have a full timeout, we'll take a break with the team. 68-37, Tufts Jumbos lead with 1:21 left here in the third quarter.
Matthew Soderich back with Francis Simmons once more, and we will return for the last 1 minute and 21 seconds here of this third quarter as the Bridgewater State Bears continue to try to make a dent in this enormous 31-point Tufts lead. That's Del Grosso out far on the perimeter. In the center of your screen now, moving left, trying to make something happen. Jodic again moving across the perimeter. A similar pattern we've seen from the Bears all night. There's the other Jodic. And she goes baseline. Doesn't seem like she has anything. She looks inside to try to get Leah Simmons down low, but is unable to make it happen, get caught in the traffic. There's Poindexter Mahan.
A little happy feet there by Aaron. Got away with it. But we'll get a makeup travel there.
Martinson will be called. I know that Coach Carly will be running some, stay on your feet and don't be traveling drills over the next few days for these Jumbos. They've racked up quite an impressive amount of walks.
It really slows the game down, too. When it's a 68-37 lead, the refs usually kind of don't call it as strict as they are now. Yeah. But some strict refs today calling the game as they see it. I mean, there's definitely one style of reffing. There's nothing wrong with it.
All right, that ball is unable to go for Archidiakono, and Knapp will try to bring it down for Tufts. She'll dribble it back out almost to half court, wanting to take the time. Shot clock has not been shut off. There's about a 2-second differential there for the Jumbos, so they will not be able to have the last shot, although it may end up being so with the way this transitional offense
going a
has
little
worked.
Isolation for Jackie Knapp here.
Why not give the captain a shot, but that will go over to Harrington, and will launch up a three, unable to get the fall.
And the ref just called the quarter. He should put at least 2 seconds back on the clock with the Jumbos with the ball. He thought the shot clock was actually the game clock.
I think he misunderstood what he was looking at there, and definitely
it should at least be 1.6 seconds easily, and the Jumbos had the ball on a side out.
I don't think he could have been trying to call a shot clock violation, but I do believe
it hit the
Harrington
rim, and Harrington got it off with 2 seconds to spare.
Yeah, so
I mean, there's no question that was not a shot clock violation. There's no question that the Jumbos did have the ball with at least 1.6 seconds left on the clock.
Again, a pattern of referee semantics and minute decision-making here in this 31-point game. But that's what can be expected here in Medford. Massachusetts Coach Carla definitely in an argument here with the referee.
It should be a side out with 1.6 seconds left, and it's not Jumbo's fault, and I think that's what Coach Carla is saying. It's not the Jumbo's fault that the ref blew the whistle.
Yeah, and that is definitely a refereeing mistake, and we'll see how they will deal with it. And they're going to end up, we'll see how much time they put back. It's 1.7 seconds.
0.1 seconds off. Pretty close to being right there.
What can you do? JumboCast should just run the clock, I think. Knapp will inbound. Let's see what they have cooked up for this 1.7 seconds.
Got to get the ball in.
She better get it in. Oh, and they're going to call a 5-second violation. The Bridgewater State really locked them down there.
And why did the clock go to 0.7 seconds?
Bit of a clock issue.
Should be 1.7.
Again, maybe some miscommunication. But in basketball, we know Clock doesn't start till the ball touches a player, and it certainly did not there as a 5-second violation
Clock's fixed here.
Let's see what Bridgewater State will do.
If you're Bridgewater State, you want to make sure someone at least touches this in bounds, and they will do just that. Won't hit a shot or anything.
I think they just wanted to get the quarter over with there.
Absolutely. At the end of the third quarter here, 68-37, Jumbo lead. We will return for fourth quarter action here in Cousins Gymnasium right after this.
All right, we're happy to welcome you back to Cousins Gymnasium here for the fourth quarter between the Tufts Jumbos, who lead the Bridgewater State Bears 68-37. Some good music playing here in the auditorium as this game winds down. Pretty dominant performance by the Jumbos so far.
Absolutely.
Although they have not put up the point totals we've seen in some recent games. We'll see where they end up today, but certainly will not be breaking their 110-point school record they set in Brandeis just a couple weeks ago.
And again, some scoreboard issues will delay the start of this fourth quarter here.
Scorers table definitely not in sync with these referees, and maybe not with the coaches either. But we will get started with the action here as Nicole Bostic will inbound for the Bears, guarded tightly by Molly Ryan.
Got away with
over the line, yeah.
Yeah, reaching over the line there.
Well, you know, the refs are strict on some things and light on others. But Bostic here is at the top of the perimeter, again guarded by Ryan. That is Archie Diacono, double covered by the perimeter. She goes left, almost able to get inside the lane, but that's taken away by Briggs, who will run the fast break for the Jumbos. She doesn't move the ball to Harrington, but there's DeCandido who goes back to Briggs, but that's going to be taken away by Carter.
And good hustle there by Emily Briggs. And that should be, even though the scores table says it's Bridgewater State ball, it is Tufts possession because Bridgewater State got the ball at half. And they just switched the possession arrow. They should switch it back. A little bit of the scorers table having some difficulties today, but possession should be Bridgewater State's after this. And once Tufts touches the ball here.
Knapp unable to look cross court, but she gets the ball into DeCandido, who just spins around. A nice move off the glass for Erica.
I'm telling you, I really love what DeCandido's doing, and I really love what Sophia Rosa's doing as well. The two together have been huge for Tufts in this game.
Absolutely. Here's Jodic for Bridgewater State. She'll kick it over to Archie Diacono, who's been a bit of an offensive spark plug for the Bears in this one. Down low to Carter, who makes a nice move to her left, but is unable to get the fall. And DeCandido will again bring the ball up for the Jumbos. Kicks it to Briggs at the foul line, and she's unable to get that to fall. But DeCandido comes away with the offensive rebound. Another story, another pattern here for the Jumbos in this one.
Ooh, good move there. Left it a little short, but good hustle by DeCandido. Ever saved the ball under her own basket. Something you're told never to do. Just catch it, run out with it, so the other team can't start a fast break.
Absolutely.
Lucky there, though.
Leah Simmons grabs the rebound for the Bears. That's over to Archie Diacono, who takes some generous steps, but gets away with it. There's over to Jodic, and that's going to be Bostic in the corner, unable to get the three to fall. And DeCandido again will pull away with the rebound. And
I love the fact that she's bringing up the ball here. It's really showing her maturity as that one slapped away. And Kaylin Harrington has the hand on the ball, and she's out of bounds and will be called out of bounds there. But I think that shows her maturity. Last year, she didn't really bring the ball up. She didn't have as much of a kind of hands-on every part of the game approach. But I think Coach Carla really trusts the junior and is really giving her a lot of leeway. And I think that she's proving that she can handle that leeway and actually has taken it very, very much in stride.
Absolutely. Here's Bostic for the Bears at the foul line. Kicks it back out to Jodic, their primary ball handler. She'll go cross court to Carter. Again, 9 seconds on the shot clock, nothing much going. But there's RT Diacono going to her left. She loses the ball, comes back up with it. She'll kick to Carter at the foul line and will go up with it and knock down the jumper.
And going back to DeCandido's defense there, that's what I was trying to say for Bridgewater State earlier. If you keep your hands straight up and you hold your ground, it's never going to be a foul. But as soon as you start moving your hips or start reaching down, immediately it's a foul, even if you don't touch the person. Refs are only looking at where your hands are.
That foul's going to go against Bostic on the Bears. And again, Knapp will inbound from underneath the basket as Tufts makes some substitutions. Harrington and Briggs going to the bench in favor of Wadalowski and Rosa.
Let's see what Sophia and Erica can do here.
It seemed like they're
she's wide open.
Set. Sophia making a nice move.
And a beautiful layup there by Sophia Rosa.
That's what Carla Brube is smiling about on the bench. Here's Jodic for the Bears. 7 minutes and 22 seconds left in this game. And that's going to go off Bostic's hands and be back to the Jumbos. Aggressive defense resulting in turnovers. It's been the story all night. DeCandido will inbound to Knapp. Coach Carla not taking out her starters. She still wants to win this game in dramatic fashion here as Rosa takes a couple steps but gets away with it. There's Knapp, goes to DeCandido down low. Just some great ball movement. A wide open lane here for these Tufts Jumbos.
Absolutely. Like I said before, I love the combo. The future of Tufts basketball, at least on the women's side, is very, very bright right now.
Absolutely.
Especially with this 1-2 punch. The fabulous guard play by both Molly Ryan, Jackie Knapp, and Sophia gets the rebound there. Just everything seems to be clicking for Coach Carla's team. They're doing everything right, doing the little things.
Wadalowski with a wide open three. Unable to get it to fall, though. Although Rosa will come down with the offensive rebound. And yeah, it's interesting to see a team that is succeeding so much in the present, but also be set up for such a very, very bright future.
Absolutely. Tufts will certainly miss the presence of Jackie Knapp next year, but Molly Ryan, you love to see what you're seeing out of the freshman there.
Absolutely. Here's Knapp right there at the top of the key looking for three. That one won't fall, and that's going to be pulled down by Aguiar, who will give it to RT Diacono, who will run the offense for the Bears as we reach the 6-minute mark in this fourth quarter.
That's
Bostic by the perimeter.
Katie Butler set to check in here, sophomore.
Getting some minutes here as that ball goes off Wadalowski's shin,
and she has to chuck it over half court here to Candido. Got away with the travel. Didn't get away with the travel, just a late call there.
They got the ball across the court, but they weren't able to do it in fashion that you could be called legal. And DeCandido is going to go to the bench in favor of, as you said, Katie Butler, the sophomore from Bangor, Maine. A great city. Great airport, I should say. Jadick into Bostic. Bostic looking to put her moves on Ryan, but Ryan's having none of it. Lost her dribble there out in the far corner. She kicks it out to Jadick again.
Great front there by Sophia Rosa with Katie right there to back her up.
Ryan bouncing aggressive.
And a little bit of a moving screen. And got headlocked there.
I did see a hand wrap around the neck, and I think that's going to go against Bridgewater State. The refs have yet to make their call clear.
Molly Ryan limping a little bit and breathing hard. She's played hard this game and played a lot this game.
Absolutely.
Lily Paro is set to check in here for the Jumbos, and also number 10 for the Bears. That will be Olivia Del Grosso.
Coach Bridget Casey bringing back one of her starters, perhaps to try to score a few here in this last 5 minutes of the quarter. Ryan will take the lead for the Tufts offense here.
And is it me? And Molly Ryan she has the ball in her hands, seems to be doing fine, but she seems very labored. She's been playing a lot. Wouldn't be surprised if she's done for the game in a couple. Lily Paro takes a long three there, no good. Kay Butler gets her hands on it, but to no avail.
Here's Jadick. Ryan, even though she's played that many minutes, she's still aggressive on defense.
Absolutely.
Not looking to give up anything here, even with such a large lead. Here's RT Diakono at the top of the key, guarded by Paro.
Great
Sophia
defense
Rosa
there by
is just
Katie Butler, too.
Tufts bigs just a force down low in the paint. Bridgewater State unable to get through them and unable to get a quality look off there. Rosa goes baseline on the right. That ball's going to be taken away and goes to Jadek. Bridgewater State moving the ball back across the court. That'll go over to Del Grosso.
Good front there by Katie Butler again.
She looks for Jadek down low. A good idea, but a little bit telegraphed as the Tufts defense was able to collapse and see what was going on there.
Absolutely. And Katie Butler has those long arms, and she's already taller. On the taller side, 6'1". So she just, as long as she keeps her hands straight up, doesn't swipe down. As that ball was touched, so Lily Paro shouldn't go for it. Backcourt violation there.
That's the kind of mistake we've seen from Bridgewater State all night. Maybe a little nervous coming against this 6-0 Jumbo's team.
Absolutely. As Angela's set to check back in, she'll replace Sophia, as well as Erin has checked in, and she's going to replace, I believe, number 33. That's Jeanette Wondolowski.
So finally, with 4 minutes and 23 seconds left, Coach Carla is opting to put some of her starters in with a lot more of her reserves here, trying to get them some good, important minutes.
And Molly Ryan has a well-deserved break coming up for her. Hopefully, Coach Carla gets her out of the game sooner rather than later here.
See, there's Ryan at the top of the perimeter. She'll kick that over to Erin, who goes down low to Paro, who sees Alibrandi, who almost is able to get it pull up, but that's going to go against Bridgewater State on the floor. A little push from behind on Alibrandi.
And Angela's really been in the right place at the right time. She does need to work on her hands a little bit, catching the ball in traffic, going straight up with it. Big, strong hands. But once she gets her hands together, I mean, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely.
Down low. She always puts herself in the great place to get the ball. Good seal, big body, boxing out, and posting up there.
There's Ryan. That three will not fall, but Rosa with a great rebound, able to move it back in there, won't fall. There's another great rebound by Alibrandi, who fights for the ball. That's the kind of intensity that Coach Carla wants from her bench.
And that's Lily Paro's second three of the night. There's good.
Sharpshooter off the bench, Lily Paro. Here's Jadek with 3.5 minutes left. Bridgewater State trying to salvage something here in these last few moments. RT Diakono says, why not put up a three? She's made a bunch tonight, and there's another one.
I think all of her points have actually come from the three-point line.
She's definitely shown her deep shooting ability here on this Tuesday night.
Paro with the ball again.
She's looking to go inside to Butler, but that's going to be Alibrandi with a shot. Unable to get the fall, but definitely a good look. Ryan fighting with the ball. A lot of steps. Possession unclear there. She'll go cross-court to Paro, who put up another three. Why not? Won't get it to fall, but here comes RT Diakono for the Bears. Butler out on RT Diakono. Going to play stringent defense here.
Good defense there by Erin. Great defense there by Erin.
Never losing her spot there. There's Paro out on RT Diakono. Shot clock down to 6. Bears got to do something here. There's Del Grosso looking for a little bit of a floater. Won't get it to fall. Same team rebound issue there, but that's going to go to Ryan, and the Jumbos will bring the ball back down. 2 minutes left on the clock here.
Absolutely. And it's amazing. You know, the Jumbos are up by 35 here with 2 minutes left, and the effort that is, as Katie Butler scores her first points of the game.
Tufts bench is on their feet. They're excited to see Katie Butler get involved, make a strong move on the baseline. Able to put in a 2 there. Raise the lead, 79-42. Here's Del Grosso in the middle of the paint, but she gets stuck. They'll kick it out to Jadek for a 3. Nope. And Alibrandi comes down with the rebound. A good board for her. Here's Ryan.
And the way the Jumbos are playing, this intensity is like it's a 5-point game. I mean, they're not playing like they're up big here.
Absolutely.
They're getting good shots. They're working the ball around. They're posting up. And on the defensive end, they've had that same intensity the whole game. The intensity that I really asked for at the top of the broadcast. That jump ball should go the other way to Bridgewater State. But, you know, at the end of the day, looking at my keys to the game at the top of the broadcast, you know, it's talking about Tufts having to keep the intensity up, doing the little things right. They've made all of their free throws but one. They've kept the intensity up. They're not turning the ball over that much. And as far as Bridgewater State, they're doing exactly what I told them not to do. A lot of turnovers, not boxing out on the defensive end, and not going deep into the shot clock, especially in that first half there, and that's what kind of contributed to this 37-point lead for the Jumbos. Looking to be 39, but blocked there.
Ryan looking to get a little fancy, but she says, why not take another one? Won't fall.
Katie Butler, big rebound there.
That ball's out to Erin Poindexter-Mahan. She'll give it to Ryan. 51 seconds on the clock, 21 on the shot. The ball's back to Erin. She'll go over to Lily Paro. Butler looking inside. She'll go cross-court back to Paro.
Nice move there.
3, but she won't go. And that foul's going to be that's going to be a shooting foul, and Lily Paro is going to go to the line for 2.
This must be the WNBA. A little continuation here. Lily Paro's having a good game. He's hit 2 threes and has a chance to add 2 more here.
Definitely a strong asset off the bench for Coach Carla to use. And she needs her starters to come down and have a rest. There's Paro, who knocks down her first free throw. And that's just a universal quality of Tufts Jumbos players. Doesn't matter how often you play, whether you start or not, you make your free throws.
Absolutely. Looking ahead here for the Jumbos, as Lily Paro takes her second free throw. They will be at University of New England as that one misses, but Katie Butler gets the rebound.
And they're unable to get the fall there for Alabrandi. And the shot clock will stay on. There's about a second and change on the differential. Here's some new Bears in the game. Trying to make something happen. Jodic unable to get the fall. Ryan's going to come down with a rebound.
And
a story we've heard all day.
Dribble this one out, get it across half court here. And that will be the ball game. Final score here in Cousins Gymnasium. Tufts Jumbos come away with the win, 80-42, led by both Erica DeCandido, Jackie Knapp, the defensive powerless of Molly Ryan, and Sophia Rosa off of the bench. Beautiful all-around game by the Jumbos, overpowering Bridgewater State Bears here. Looking ahead for the Jumbos, they will play, as I said before, Saturday at University of New England, but we'll be right back here on Tuesday the 11th for the women's matchup against Emerson, and tomorrow night JumboCast will also be covering a men's matchup at 7 p.m. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. For my partner, I'm Francis Simmons. I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and have a great night.